Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Shiny Record channel. Now, about the ban list, I don't really care that much about it. They banned all that should be banned and they still didn't bring back Electromine. Now, I think the ban list is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. Dinosaurs have 3 Misk, 3 Oviraptors, 3 Fossil Digs. Now, Oviraptor works on normal summons or special summons. Not only does it search for any dinosaur in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It literally has other effects to summon monsters. And the thing is why I'm saying this, you heard that it's 3 of everything, and I'm still literally not allowed to have one Skullcrobat Joker to play with. One. This card that only works on normal summon, I'm not allowed to play with. Like, Konami needs to get their shit together. Whoever makes the ban list needs to be fired, like, immediately. Effective no. Bullshit. Like, Kirin isn't even back. What is Kirin going to do against Nibiru? What is Kirin going to do against Dark Ruler no more? Enough of that. So, the deck profile I'm going to show for everyone is not the deck they think they're going to see today. It's not going to be Rescue Ferret and full combo. The reason why that deck has challenges playing against very competitive challengers. Example, the deck doesn't have a way built in to counter Nibiru before the 5th summon. So in other words, every single time you're putting Nibiru, it's going to go through. Now, a lot of persons don't know this, but Monk cannot be tributed, but that alone isn't going to save you if they tribute the field after you use the Monk effect. Before Pendulum summon, so you lose automatically. So that version of the deck was just not going to happen. The reason why it's just not going to win competitively, because persons can find a lot of answers versus you, like Droll and Lockbird, and you'd lose. So for a competitive deck that you can bring to a tournament and win would be this, and I can guarantee you on that. Unfortunately, Firewall is not legal as yet. It would be a real powerhouse. The mat is literally here, and I have multiple Firewalls. But let's begin the deck profile. First one up, we have Triple Harmonizing, the best magician in the deck. Then we have our cosplayers, Double Iris, Black Fang, White Wing, Purple Poison. You might bump up White Wing to 2 for what I'm going to show you guys. Then we have Celestial Magician, cosplaying as Dark, for persons who still aren't aware. We have 1 Oath, mandatory to play. 1 Shanky. He's our level 7 for the deck. Now, it must be Shanky. A lot of persons think you can play Dragon Pit and get away with it. No. A lot of choke points of the combos requires effect monsters for you to link. And so, by using a normal monster, you're going to screw yourself over. So, it has to be Shanky. Alright. Now that we have that out of the way, we have Time Gazer. Actually, it doesn't require to be Shanky. I lied to you, my bad. It's just that it negates light monsters for free. Just effect Veiler every turn. Even on your own turn. It's a really good card. And that's all. It's a good card and it fits the rule. The brick, of course, Time Gazel. And your magician that's not really a magician. Triple Chronograph Sorcerer. Moving on. Then we have the Darkworm stuff. We have Triple Revolution Dragon, Triple Darkworm, and 2 Gate 0. Now, let me give you guys a fun fact. This is actually factual current day in this country. I'm the only person in the country who owns 3 Revolution Dragon. Now, that persons can't get them, they just don't own them because they have no interest in it. Now, the time they'll take to do this, every single person may index Nibiru 3. Just think about that. If you, they would prefer to not get this card to get that Nibiru just to sail at me. But standard stuff, this is what is the standard to be playing. Moving on from there, the other important core pieces that you have to play. 2 Tuning Magician, it's a Global in Disguise. You play 1 Cloak, 1 Boots, and of course, you cannot play the deck without at least 1 Zero Day. Zero Day isn't that important. Just don't let it be banished. Can go to the grave or hand, doesn't matter. Deck, anywhere. Moving on. For spells, we'll play Triple Duelist Alliance, Triple Pendulum Call. Now, please take note of this. I play triple pen call and standard with that triple Darkworm Dragon. Not only that, I am playing triple Revolution Dragon. The chances of you drawing full combo, which is just Darkworm plus pen call, is so high with the deck that majority of duels will outright win just by drawing them. And even then, you can still complete your entire board just by drawing one Harmonizing. So the combos are pretty good with this deck and very consistent, and you draw it almost every opening hand, 80% of the time. From there, you have 2 Dragon Shrine, 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 Instant Fusion. Pretty standard stuff for the deck. Moving on from there, we have Time Pendulum Graph, Double Fog Braid, and Shade Brigandine. These are self-explanatory stuff. Now, let me give you a fun fact. This is something that you need to know, and why, if you're going to play the deck, you should play certain things at certain ratios. You should be playing 2 Fog Blade. Well, you should be playing the 2 Phantom Knight, Boots and Cloak are staples, and you should still be playing 3 Speller Traps. The reason why with this ratio is that if you draw any combo piece that is Phantom Knight, you would still be able to do the full combo, regardless of drawing into a combo piece. Alright? So it doesn't kill you and it makes you be able to get every card. So if you draw, example, if you hard draw, let's say Shade Brigandine, you're able to apply every card because you can always send Cloak, summon Boots. Remember, when you're sending Cloak, you're setting 1 Fog Blade, and then Boots will search the next one, and if you open it, you have all 3. And it doesn't matter which one, it will always work that way. So you should always be playing 3, unless you want to play 1 Boots and 1 Spell and, apologies, 2 Spell and Trap. Moving on. I'd just like to take a quick note. I might put in Jogan. Jogan has been an excellent card. Really good. Last tournament I entered, I did not top, but Jogan, every single time I summoned Jogan, I won. And I was really shocked at this. The reason why I'm shocked is because a lot of times I put up some big boards. Some big boards. And people break through halfway. They do a lot of stuff. They can cross a lot of big monsters. And they can't cross Jogan with 1 negate behind him. Or you just have this and Jogan and they're just not able to do anything because they can't imperm it. Like, I'm so shocked that Jogan won so many duels by himself that it was just flabbergasting. Moving on from there. For the extra deck, we have Millennium Eyes Restrict, Vortex, Double O Gundam, Supreme Dragon Clearwing. You're not allowed, apologies. You may not be familiar why I'm playing with it, but I'm going to explain shortly as I show you the last synchro card, which is going to be Borreload Savage. Now, with Shooting Rizal, it synchro summons my opponent's turn. A lot of times you're going to summon Hulk, and they just imperm you, and you don't want to combo off, or because you don't want to drop into a Nibiru or something. All you're required to do is have any Dark Pendulum monster, which is almost your entire deck, by the way. And what you can do in your opponent's turn is summon Rizal, dump a level 3, and synchro into this in your opponent's turn, and it's a Raigeki. Cleans up all their face. Actually, it's not a Raigeki, my apologies. It's a Lightning Storm. Cleans up all face-up monsters on my opponent's field. Apart from that, what his real card I was going to play was my Hot Red Dragon Calamity. Now, the reason why I wanted to do that is because it would supply for, if you don't put up a million negates and you have Hulk, Hulk actually does the full combo for the Calamities on its own. Because Hulk literally summons the level 1 tuner from the deck, and this card, Hulk can go into this, and it will change its own level to whatever suits you. So it's actually better than Formula, because I see a lot of persons use Formula and just go into a... Well, they summon Needle Fiber and they special summon a level 2 tuner from the deck that they don't actually want to play because they don't want to draw it. While Ryza will just change its level to complete whatever tuner that you find or whatever the scenario may be. So it's a better card. Then of course you play the 1 Absolute to go with the Vortex. Type 4 Link Monsters. Cross Sheep, self-explanatory Hulk. The both Codebreakers engine for obvious reasons. Rusty, who just went back to 3. I didn't even need my boy at 3, but he still came back just to prove. 3, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, oh my god. 1, Apollousa. And what should have been Firewall Dragon. But unfortunately, I'm not allowed to play with that yet. So you use this card just to hold your opponents off. It's actually a really good card because a lot of decks might not be able to cross it. Especially seeing that most likely when you summon this, you'll have 2 Fogblade behind it. So if I have like 3 negates and 2 of this behind it, how they're going to get rid of this? Like, they can't summon an attack. I can tell you that for a fact. And then the last card that is not in the deck, there's 15 cards extra that you're looking at right now. I just wanted to suggest that persons may want to play Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. It's really easy to summon in the deck. As a matter of fact, if you can summon Calamities, you can summon this. If you can do any of your combos, you can actually summon this card. However, what I wanted you to know that, you see, because he's a quick effect that targets a card that is on the field, persons don't really understand that someone can Dark Ruler no more, and monsters wouldn't be able to chain, so you can't chain this. So what you can do is chain your Time Pendulum graph, which you can have at a lot of scenarios. This comes up a lot. And see, because this wouldn't be chained to the Dark Ruler anymore, it would be chained to this. You can use this effect now and stun their entire field. And apologies, not their entire field, but the Dark Ruler no more. So you can go over there Mad and Wicked next turn. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a combo soon. Please look out. Alright guys, this is the combo. I'm going to just use Dark Worm and Pencall to do this. I'm not actually going to put up scales. The reason why the scales don't actually matter, as long as you set up scales, you're all good. So we're going to do the full combo. Pencall, Dark Worm, obvious reasons, because you're going to win the duel. Add White Wing and Harmonizing Magician. Now you can use the Dark Worm effect to summon back itself, and next effect to add Gate 0. We're going to summon White Wing, and we're going to link into our Halki Fibrax. My apologies. It didn't matter where you summon it, it doesn't affect anything. You should activate your skills now. But my apologies, you're going to use Halki effect first to summon your Tuning Magician from deck. Important note, you don't take damage for this first summon because you didn't summon it from the hand or grave. From there, you will link into Selena Gomez. Doesn't matter which side of the field. Now from here, Selena will have 3 counters. You're going to pull back into your Tuning Magician. This way you can link up. Now it matters where you summon the card. We go for Apollousa on your left, as Captain America always advised you to do. So they can't Nibiru now. They'll need to have something with him. And now it's time to Pendulum someone. It doesn't really matter too much where you Pendulum someone. Now Harmonizing effect will summon Shanky from the deck. I'll Exceed someone into our Absolute Dragon. We can synchro with both of these. White Wing will get banished because I synchroed with it. And we go for our Baller right here. And we get a lot of counters because we're getting back Selena. So it's 3 counters at minimum. And I get a link. 2 effect monsters. And that's the rest of the combo. We're going to go into Sword. Be careful how you're going to chain here. You're going to use Absolute as chain link 1 and Sword as chain link 2. The reason why you're going to do this is in the event they have Skullmeister, so it just auto kills it. You don't want to waste your Boral Negate for absolutely no reason. Not that the Skullmeister is even really a threat. So you're going to summon your 0 day. You're going to immediately link off into your Berserker. Berserker will pull back both of them because it's co-linked. And then I can get to... Alright, let me show you a fun fact before you even go any further. Most persons are aware of this, but my virus Swordsman and Virus Berserker, they can summon the monsters on any side of the field. It just has to go to where a link monster points to. So I could have actually summoned this to where the Apollosa points to and punch it off or something. In the event you're desperate, you can give them the monster and just punch it over. And if you would win by higher life points in time, there you go. I'm just letting you guys know that. Moving on from there, we can go into a Rusty. Rusty's effect. We are going to send Cloak, set a Fog Blade. Then we're going to use Cloak, banish it, get Boots, special Boots. Now, if you want to be that guy, you can pull back this and go in for a Herald, but I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh like that. If you wanted to be that guy, you could do it easily. From here, you're going to go into, my apologies, into your Nightmare Phoenix. And you're going to, if you want, you can use the effect and set back a card. I don't recommend you set back anything, however, unless you want to set back this for our next turn. That's a liable option. Other from that, you can banish Boots, add the second Fog Blade. You know, even though I declared the effect, I really forgot to put on Vortex on the board. So yeah, but the thing is, this is truly to be Firewall, because the combo, I literally have my opponent in a choke block. This is 2 negates, 2 negates, 2 negates, and 2 of these are universal negatos, and the other 4 are monsters. Not only to mention that my opponent cannot summon a monster that is not linked and use this effect. So under normal circumstances, you will summon this here, not here. But if you wanted to draw, that's where you summon it. So this way you don't shut off this. And there are other things I could have done to change this up. But this is the combo, guys. The Boral can't even use its effect. That's why this card needs to be Firewall. If you had Firewall here, any one of my 2 Firewalls, shop is closed. Shop is closed. Because it destroys dinos. To be honest, the Misk is a bitch, but you have negates for that. And it's not like they can just summon Conduct and just punch over you. You just say lift to your hand. And don't be shy to use the Firewall effect either. You can bounce back a lot of stuff. A card that I was thinking about playing also would have been the Exceed, Firewall Exceed Dragon. The reason why is that if I still had, say, Selene up top, right here, I could always use Firewall. Let's say this is Selene. I use Firewall effect. I can bounce back any 2 monsters to my hand. I can load up my extra deck, load up my hand, any which one. Then you just Exceed summon this. Link up first into your, anywhere you want to link into the Apollosa. Then Firewall Exceed can detach 2 and pull back your Firewall Dragon. And the Firewall Dragon will be live for next turn with another 2 interruptions. So that's it, guys. It's just a neat trick I want to show you. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Have a great day.